Me just setting up at Lochside. I've got my new transmitter on my lapel so I can talk while I'm away from the camera without too much distortion. So I've threaded the rods. Now I'm going to start to catch the lines. Look at it. Got it. That line, catch this line as well. I can start to set up. Let's get that one locked around that so it doesn't blow away. It won't blow away. Let's get this locked. This first one in. I've got these little boxes full of the tackle I need, so I'll take it out. This setup is a particularly basic setup. It is just I'll take the two bits I'm going to need out. It's quite blowy today, so I'm going to have to wrap things up and make sure they're all hunkered down for the wind, which I've also sorted out the camera as well. In the past I've not been able to record when it's too windy because of the wind blowing the camera over, but I've invested in some sandbags that hook underneath the tripod, so that's where it is at the moment, and it looks like it's holding stably, so we'll just crack on and get this lot first done. I've got my sweet corn defrosted from this morning, so that's in the plate as well. I've got a couple of slices of bread to help bake options, because the last time I came out I forgot my sweet corn and my bread. Fortunately I had some artificial baits, which are not ideal. It's like an ideal maggot it's a rubberized maggot that can be quite useful sometimes. I did catch a few fish, but not as many as I would have done if it had been a live maggot, or I've been using my sweet corn, which is obviously what I prefer to use. Maggots, they tend to go off a little bit and you'll end up losing half of them because they go to chrysalis and flies, even if they're stored in the fridge for a few weeks. You don't get you. But I do invest in maggots sometimes, especially if it's been a bit quiet with the sweet corn, etc. So this is just a basic sort of like 3-line ledger. It's basically, I've cut the weights on the line just above the hook length. The hook length is a pre-tied hook on the loop, and it's just loop to loop at the end, and then it's about 10 inches away from the weights. And obviously I've got my sweet corn out the fridge, or out the freezer this morning, so it's defrosting. Some of it's still quite firm, so it usually works okay. I normally just hook it on through the hook, and I stars off about a rod length step to see where the fish are. And I just put that down on that rest, and then I can now start to set up the float tackle. Yeah, that's done. Just keep an eye on the end of the rod for the quiver tip for the the 3 lines going down so you can see if there's any bites. Sometimes it's I can catch 2 or 3 fish before I've actually got the other bit set up, the other rod set up. So we'll see what today's like. It's been a bit breezy. The weather's changing at the moment from being really hot to windy, and we've had a bit of rain overnight, and we're predicted for some rain today, so we might get wet. I've got my wet gear, and if it starts to rain heavily, I will hunker everything down, make it all protected from the rain. Sitting in the rain, fishing is ideal. It's not too bad as long as you've got all the right gear. It's what I find it's more frustrating, or not ideal, is setting up and packing up in the rain, because obviously you've got all your kit open to the elements. Obviously, once I've got this slot set up, I can close all the boxes, zip up all my bags, put everything under my seat that I need out, so it's protected from the elements if it rains, and that way it stays quite dry. But again, when you pack up, obviously the seat gets soaking wet, which means that when you get home, you've got to dry it out somewhere before you fold it up and put it away, otherwise it goes all mouldy. So, and obviously, so it's just a standard. I use just a standard granny knot on my loop at the end of the rod, at the end of the line, the main line, to put the loop to loop to. It seems to work for me. The main line's £10 line, so it's quite a secure line. And obviously the lead, again, I've got a maggot, a artificial maggot on there, which I will take off in a minute. So, the advantage of loop to loop, you haven't got. You can just put it off the end of the rod, end of the loop there, and just thread it through there. So it's just you just put the thick line through the loop of the thin line. Get my fingers right. That'd be a bit tricky. As you get older, your eyes go. You should be able to do this in seconds. When I was younger, try and get the loop open a bit. Just try again. That's got it. So the fat loop through the thin loop, and then just put the thin loop, or the end of the thin hook through the loop, so it comes back. So it's called, forms a figure of 8 loop, and just put it tight. I'm going to take that maggot off as well. Put that over there. What I generally do is I'm trying to open that. Open the split shot a little bit when you're fingering out, and that goes to the lightest one, goes right at the start of the loop on the main line. Just getting that on. Again, I've got another BB shot that I will put on. That's a number 4 shot, I think, a number 3 shot on the first one. The second one is a BB, so that's slightly higher weight wise. So I've got my late, and what I generally do is check the length of the wire. So it's I generally start off with just the rod length short I will put it in a little bit because it's a little bit long. So I'll just go up here, just slide these weights down a little bit, maybe 6 to 8 inches. Just knit those back up again. And there we go. So it's about the same depth as I'm going down with the free line. Again, straight corner on the top, and just flick it out, cut the rod lengths out into a spot. And there we have it. I mixed up some ground bait, which is basically a bit of breadcrumb and some attractive carp attractant, bream attractant on it. So just put a little bit in to see what the fish are like. Don't go overboard with the feed at the moment to see if it's fish are attracted. Right. Oh,